What up, gang? We just hit 50k subscribers. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all tuning in. Now, around the time Jake Paul was booking fights with old, retired MMA fighters past the prime, I wasn't a big fan of his, just because I felt like Jake was building his ego based on false grounds. The way you gotta look at it is retired old MMA fighters doing an 8-week boxing camp aren't compatible to a younger, more physical lad who's solely been boxing training for the last 3 or 4 years. There's hundreds or even thousands of amateur boxers who would school even pro MMA fighters in boxing. In fact, a lot of MMA fighters use amateur boxers to get good rounds in on the build-up to an MMA fight. But now Jake has actually fought a professional boxer in Tommy Fury. Okay, it's not the best competition, but it's still a professional boxer. And more importantly, he stood up for himself against his brother, Logan Paul.
Yeah, you're my brother building a business. You love to play both sides, bro.
What's the other
You
side
play
of my
both
play?
sides.
My respect went up for Jake a little bit. I spoke about exactly this in this video right here. At the end of the day, what we've got to look at, he's putting the work in. He seems to have matured a bit. Anyway, Jake just done a live stream with Adin Ross and Sneako. They've done a few rounds of sparring, and after yesterday's video of Adin Ross with Dylan Dennis, I thought this would be a perfect follow-up. I haven't seen it yet, so we're going to do a live reaction. And the question is Jake going to batter them just for the sake of his ego, or is he actually going to coach them a little bit? So let's jump into the live reaction and see what Jake's doing to these poor, feeble streamers. Right, first fight, we've got Adin Ross versus Jake Paul. Let's see if Adin Ross has improved since the Dylan Dennis fight. We know how that one went. That was absolutely hilarious. See if Jake batters him or not.
It's not the team Pep Jake. This is a different animal. All right. So, like, somebody want to be a ref? Put your hands up. Yeah. All right, go. So how are we going to do this?
We're sparring. I'm going easy, though.
All right, let me get out this corner. So, can I hit first? Stop talking to him.
Stop talking, Adin.
You can punch me in the face, whatever you want.
No, I'm not.
No, you got 1, 2.
Keep your right hand down. 1, 2. Straight down the pipe. Now, right hand up. Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. Keeps backing up. Oh my god. What? Can't hit him, bro.
You gotta step to him when you jab. Step with the
Bro, holy fuck.
Jake needs to let him get some work in.
Do you have any tips? Give me a tip right now.
Well, we're supposed to. You're just like too scared. Just relax.
Just relax. Okay.
Relax, yeah.
Relax.
Just
Five.
Yeah,
Five.
5. Okay.
5.
Straight.
5.
Oh shit.
I'll say this. Come on, Jake, what are you doing? You're making it very difficult for Adin. He's got good distance control, so Adin can't really hit him, and Jake can fake his way in. But we're talking about Jake, someone who's fairly experienced now, facing someone like Adin Ross, who's pretty much got the physicality of a garden worm. The overreaction. Aiden's face. Here's some advice to anyone who's new to fighting or who want to get into it. One of the hardest things to get over is the flinching. When you first start sparring, you will be very flinchy. Everything will be an overreaction. And that's why Jake said there, try to relax, Adin, because he's big, massive reactions. But that is normal. Even myself, I haven't trained in 7 months, but I haven't done any sort of martial arts training it's going on 12 months now, because I had a rib injury, then went on holiday, then got sick, got better, then got sick again. And I know when I go back to kickboxing, I'm going to be highly excitable, everything's going to be overreactive and very flinchy, but that does disappear with time. If anything, you've got to be more scared of the leg kicks. Never get dropped from a punch, but leg kicks, damn, someone gets a good one on you, you're screwed. See what I mean? If you watch Adin, and this is normal. This is not me hating on him.
No, head up. No, head up.
Nice shot. Nice leg shot. Punch me to the face. I don't think you're trying to punch me in the face. Are you not trying to punch me in the face? You can punch me in the face. Like,
stay still, Jake.
Stop being a bitch.
Get him high, in the face.
Oh, I like it. Jake saying punch me in the face, but then is literally controlling the distance perfectly. Adin's not going to know how to feint his way in or close that distance. Stay still, Jake, and let him give you a little dig in the face and then counter him. But he's not going to know how to actually close that gap.
Fucking lean. Feet to the head,
He hit him with the Hadouken.
Don't put your head down. Don't put your head down. Oh, no. Where are you going? Right here. I have no thanks, bro.
The runaway.
Come on. You got a counter. It don't hurt. Come on. Oh, it is. Canelo, you already get in.
Okay, Jake with the head movement.
Bro, that's crazy. On my screen, it looks like I'm getting them.
No. Take him left. Get him out. You take him left. Take him left.
Come on, Jake, let him get a hit.
Get out the corner.
The leg coming up with everything.
Shit. My bad, bro.
Damn.
Is that the stream?
Yeah. Fuck. We're good? Fuck. Swing over there. Fuck it.
Oh. He's bullying him. I'd say that was a pretty bad beatdown for Adin Ross by Jake Paul. At least Dylan Dennis let Adin Ross throw some punches and land some punches on him. So let's jump in and see how Sneako does. Now, we also know Sneako's done a little bit of boxing with the hardest man in the world, Bradley Martin. Insert clip here. Now, I know we didn't do too well there, but Brad is 260, remember. So let's see how Sneako does against Jake Paul now. Okay, so this is carrying on straight after the Adin Ross tag team. Let's go.
Don't appreciate the heckling.
Now, Sneako's got an alright jab. He's got that long frame, so he's got quite narrow shoulders, but he's got long arms, almost like that Max Holloway build. So I honestly think if Sneako applied himself to boxing properly for a good year or two, he'd have good potential because he's got the natural frame for it. He looks fairly fast twitchy. His jab looks nice and snappy. Let's watch a little bit more.
That's a good thing, man.
Oh. See, nice double jab there. He's doubling up. Looks good. Going to the body. Little combination. Nice body jab by Jake there. Sneako's good. He's moving around nicely. He's got a little bit of footwork. He's not flat-footed. He's putting together some decent combinations. He's doubling up on the jab. It looks like he's been training a little bit. Definitely looks like he's improved. See? Double jab. Keep that right hand by your face, though. Head movement. Now, when you're a beginner as well, you'd be surprised at how tiring this is because it's a completely different energy system that you use in the gym. Nice little combination by Jake there. Completely different energy system, so throwing a few punches, moving like this constantly, your adrenaline's going a little bit. It saps your energy like crazy. I was messing around with one of my clients the other day, just having a little spar. Because I haven't done it in so long, I was knackered after like 30 seconds. So these boys are going for a good few minutes here. Oh shit, nice. It freeze framed right on Sneako getting jabbed in the face. Nice body shot by Jake.
No, it didn't. He's good at holding the distance.
Yeah, that's what I said. Good distance management by Jake. Nice overhand right. Jake put a bit of snap behind that one then. Sneako's doing good though. I'm actually surprised here. I didn't expect this out of him. Oh, yeah, nice. Nice check hook by Jake there. Let's rewind that one because that was a good connection. And good job on Sneako as well, just taking this and moving forward. Now. Good. I know some people might be saying as we're watching this, yeah, but it's because Jake's going easy on Sneako. Yeah, I definitely think that's the case, but what I'm commenting on is Sneako has actually got fairly okay technique and good potential, regardless of what Jake's doing. He's trying to close the distance. He's throwing the double jab. He's got a little bit of movement. Granted, it's slowed down a little bit now as that fatigue sets in. They've been going for 4 minutes straight, and it doesn't matter if it's a super high pace. It still fatigues you. So to go for a little bit longer here, let's see some highlights. Nice jab by Jake. In the eye that went. Good head movement by Jake. I'll also just say one thing. You see this head movement? It's really good by Jake. He's worked a lot on his defense. He's got really good distance control. This all goes out the window in MMA. If you take a boxer and he tries to do some of the head movements that he does in a boxing fight, put it in an MMA fight, you're just prone to knees all day. Someone's going to clinch up with you, knee you in the face, head kick you, or take you down. Now, I know you've got people like Bobby Green in the UFC who have got a really boxing heavy base. He does the Philly shell a lot, does a lot of head movement, but he also has really good solid fundamentals in MMA, so he's still very aware that those kicks are coming, that those knees are coming. Boxers aren't. If me and Jake were to go toe-to-toe boxing, he'd probably school me, but kickboxing or MMA, I'd have him all day. Knees in the clinch, kicks and grappling are my strong points, so just something to note there. Nice combos by Jake.
Oh, fuck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He got potential.
Damn.
He got potential.
He actually did hang.
Yeah, got potential.
He got potential.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a teenager could beat you up for sure.
100%.
He's like athletic and he can take a punch and shit.
How long have you actually been boxing for?
3 months.
Okay, Sneako said he's been boxing for 3 months, and he does take a punch well, so obviously that flinch isn't going to be there as much in Sneako as it is Adin Ross. I found it hilarious, the fact that Jake said a teenager could beat you up. I just can't imagine going through life knowing that you're one of those guys. I watched a film on Netflix the other night called The Strays, and I won't go into the plot, but basically there's a little bit of a home invasion near the end of the film, and there's no weapons present, and the people who invade the home is a lad and a girl, and the dad, because he's a weak little wimp, can't do anything to protect his family. And a semi-spoiler alert, so fast forward if you don't want to know it. People end up dying. Imagine being that man, the guy who can't protect your wife and your kids. If someone comes into my home at night, you see what I've got? I got the nunchucks ready, but you come into my house, I'm going to be waiting at the top of the stairs ready, and as soon as you get to the top, nunchuck on your head, and then I'll go to prison and bye-bye YouTube channel. So let's hope that doesn't happen, because I can't exactly do these reaction videos from Cell Block C. So this is the thing, if you're thinking about starting fighting, boxing is one of the disciplines that I recommend if you want to be able to defend yourself, because all you really need to know is how to throw a good 1-2 or a good hook. As long as you've got awareness, street awareness, and you're a bit street smart and street savvy, that's kind of all you need to end a fight. Now, it is really beneficial if you can also grapple and throw kicks. The problem is in fights, you throw a punch, you can break your hand. You throw a kick, you can slip over if you haven't got the right attire on. What if you're on a night out and you've got nice shoes on, you've got no grip? You throw a kick, you fall on the floor. You might bang your head, but then if you've got the grapple in there and it does go to the floor, then at least you're competent in that realm as well. So that's why I'll always recommend trying to train MMA as a discipline. Some people think that I'm dumb because I say I train MMA, and people are saying, MMA is multiple martial arts. Yes, but there are gyms out there who do MMA classes where you train all the elements of MMA together. 20, 30 years ago when MMA was still relatively new, yeah, you'd have to go to the BJJ gym, and you'd have to go to the boxing gym, and you'd have to go to the kickboxing gym, you'd have to go to the wrestling gym. It's not like that anymore. There's now gyms where you solely train MMA, and that's what you learn. If you can choose anything, that's my recommendation, because you're more of a well-versed fighter, and it just gives you that confidence because you are competent everywhere. Now, if you layer that with having a little bit more physicality, being strong in the gym, having more muscle, then you're going to be a force to be reckoned with. That doesn't mean that you walk around being an absolute knobhead. No, it just means that you can walk around with that quiet, subtle confidence. The people who can actually fight, I've got loads of yous in the comments. You guys know, comment this. How many people do you know who are absolute killers, yet they're the most nicest, calm, pleasant individuals that you've ever met, and wouldn't say boo to a goose, would never start a fight, but if something popped off, they would end it all. That's what the majority of really good fighters like. You do obviously get the bad apples, of course, 100%, but the majority of good fighters are humble and they don't go around looking for a fight. So get into martial arts, start lifting weights, and over the next 6 months, as long as you do that and you're in shape and you're learning martial arts, we'll start talking a little bit more about business and how to make more money, side hustles and all that. Pretty exciting. Got some cool stuff coming to the channel, so make sure you subscribe if you're into that. Also, join the newsletter in the pinned comment so you're ready for when I start a Discord and we can all have a big community then. Okay, nice one, boys. Like this video, and I'll see you all tomorrow.